Matt, well, Huchefino had a fantastic game
Right.
for them, but in that second half run, when they took control, it
Right.
seemed like it was Galloway and some other guys that
Yeah.
that did more damage against you in that stretch.
Yeah, no question. Like Galloway hit the 1-3 and attacked. I think Miller Kopp hit the one from the corner. When you're going to go in double, like you can't let them out of the double. And they had some real clear passes, so there's risk involved. We do it, like not just because it's Trace Jackson Davis, but we double a lot, but we don't double off the lane a lot. And so, like going with the guard there, if you're going to double them and you can't limit their vision, people are going to get open shots. It's just like us. Like they look really good at what they did tonight, and we look poor because they made some open shots and we didn't. And so, but we kept getting open shots, and so did they. They actually probably took tougher shots than us, but they had the right guy taking tougher shots. So Jalen Huchefino was fabulous, and he killed us at Bloomington, really getting into some action, coming up through the middle and crossing out and getting to his right hand, and we really wanted to keep him off his right hand. And so he sent a news flash that he can play off his left hand. Like he was really, really good. To be able to, I don't know if the right word is bottle up Trace Jackson Davis, because he just didn't get a lot of attempts. They didn't go to him a lot because Huchefino was playing so well, and rightfully so. But if you told me that he would have 10 and 8, I would think we would be sitting pretty. But it kind of shows you how dangerous Indiana can be with that 1-2 combo there with Trace Jackson Davis and Jalen Huchefino.
You keep saying you're not going to let bad shooters take shots, and I feel like you're not, but
Right.
just what do you put your finger on? That 5 of 23, 2 of those come late, and it's
No
these
question.
4 losses late recently have been poor shooting performances from the outside.
Yeah, no question. Like we lived with, we won the Big Ten one year, and Carson Edwards was here, and he shot 28% from 3. So I lived with that question all the time. But I live with guys like that can shoot the basketball. And so, like, a majority of our shots I thought were pretty good shots. Like if you're going to like just take him out of the equation and double him, and then you're going to get wide open shots. Like you got to step up and make them. Tonight we didn't make them. So, but I believe in our guys. I believe in their ability to shoot the basketball and step into wide open shots and be able to make them. And we just got to be better. I didn't have anybody on our team trying to miss. Sometimes you kind of want something, and then when somebody just simply plays better than you and shoots better than you and gets you on the run, it's tough to get back into the game.
Matt, it's been a rough stretch result-wise the last few games, obviously. What is the message right afterwards to your team?
Yeah, just stay process-based. Like, have to be better. Like, we should have been in a way. They played so well in that first 8 to 10 minutes of the second half. But we had so many shots at the rim. When you out-rebound somebody by 16 and then you shoot 21 more free throws than them, that is an unbelievable advantage, and we didn't take advantage of it. We didn't finish at the rim like we should. We didn't make some shots like we should. But it wasn't one of those effort things. Like I didn't think it was like a poor effort. I thought our guys gave a good effort. They competed. They were better than us. They made shots, and we didn't. So we got to be able to fix that. But for the games that we've had this year, you out-rebound your opponent by 16 and the turnovers are about equal, and you're getting 21 more free throws. Like, I'll take that every single game. You gotta make a couple. And you just can't get down and then expect to make a run if you can't get stops, right? And that's kind of where we were. And then, we would do good things, they'd foul us, and then we'd split them, or we missed 2. And it just, when you're behind, you can't trade baskets right there, and that's kind of what happened.
Matt, you mentioned about being process-based.
Yes, sir.
Just during the season. When it's February 25th,
Yes.
the urgency that implies, how much of it must you incorporate into what goes forward now?
Yeah, a lot of people want change when it happens, and like we just got to be better at what we do. Like when you go forward, a lot of people are like, well, that's not working. It's like, well, what they did tonight, like that's working when the ball goes in. Yeah, when the ball goes in, it looks like it's working. When the ball doesn't go in, it doesn't look like it's working. Jalen Huchefino has really struggled on the road shooting, but I told our guys, I said, when he gets it rolling, guys, throw all those numbers out. If he doesn't, then those numbers apply, because that's the kind of player he is, because he can really get some things rolling. But no, just staying with, what we work on. Like, you start in June, and now you get into these times of the year, you're going to have some times like this. You got to keep going. And then people that look at it and don't understand that have not been through it. Because just like you can be on a high and that could be a negative, you can be on a low and it can be a positive. Like you've seen guys struggle and then be able to turn things around. I mentioned Carson Edwards before, and he had struggled shooting in his last couple games of the season, even though we clinched a tie for the Big Ten title. And then we got beat in the quarterfinals of the Big Ten tournament, and he struggled again. And those guys were like, man, what are we going to do? I said, we're not going to do anything different. And they go, but what's the issue here? I said, we got a bunch of makes coming our way. And so I believe in guys that can shoot. Like the guys that I've recruited and I've looked at, I personally go out and recruit a lot. I go and watch them. I get their numbers. Those guys can make shots. Like I'm not worried about that. You get worried about if that happens at the NCAA tournament, right? Because you got to be able to make shots. You got to be able to do that. But what are you going to do? Give a speech about it? Like you got to stay process-based and you got to keep working. You got to keep putting in the time. And our guys do that. So I'm supportive of them and stand behind them. And I think we're going to, be better because of it. It's the only way to do it. It's the only way to, keep an attitude like that and then have that trickle down to your whole team, yelling and screaming and going crazy because guys are doing what you ask them and they're playing hard and they just missed open shots. Like that's not going to get you anywhere.